and welcome to this KingsTV review of the London Varsity Series 2015. I'm Sam Skubala of KCR Radio, and with me today is KingsTV's very own Scott Wagner.
Good to be here, Sam. Good to be here.
Well, of course, we start with the hockey, and the women's team with a dominating display as they overcame UCL 8-0. Scott, what did you make of it?
Like you said, it was a dominant display from start to finish. The Kings women really came out strong from the first whistle, and the result of this one was never in question.
And of course, the men's team helped to complete the sweep as they overcame UCL 2-1. Scott?
This was a really strong defensive display by the Kings hockey team. I thought they put in a really good display, and not great offensively, as you can see by only the 2 goals, but the defense more than made up for it in this one.
And now we move on to a sport that often elicits a lot of passion. Football. And once again, Kings were able to complete the sweep. The women, of course, triumphing over UCL on penalties 3-1. Scott, the tension.
Well, whenever we have penalties in England, we always get very nervous, but it was good to see the Kings women pull this one out. A good goalkeeping display during the penalties, and a tough, cagey match for most of the game, but penalties, a win's a win.
And as a goalkeeper, and of course an England fan, I can always say penalty shootouts are extremely nerve-wracking, and that's why I'm sure the men's team were very grateful to overcome them in regular time, 2-1.
And this one was a very physical match, especially in the boxes, fighting for some of those headers into the box. It was a really tough-fought match, but it was good to see the Kings boys go out and win it.
Yeah, showing the passion they have to win. And then in basketball, of course, Kings, once again, the men overcoming UCL 36-30. I was lucky enough to be in attendance, and it was a tremendous game. They managed to penetrate into the lane, they hit their shots. It was a dominating display from KCL, and I really don't think the scoreline does them any justice.
I don't think it does either. It was a very efficient performance. They got done what they needed to, and like you said, they really controlled this game from the start. UCL, the score doesn't really show it. UCL didn't really stand much of a chance in this one.
No, they didn't. Of course, the women's side were also impressive. They weren't quite able to overcome UCL, but it was certainly a determined performance, full of grit and really just hard work, and I think they deserve more than a round of applause for a tremendous performance.
They really do. They just got overrun on defense in a lot of key moments in this one.
Now we come to water sports, and I don't know about you, Scott, but this is where I really felt the series started to turn around for Kings. We couldn't quite overcome UCL in water sports, could we?
That was really the turning point of this one. We were in control for most of the series, and then when we hit the water sports, it was a very much momentum shifter.
Yeah, it's competitive, but unfortunately didn't fall in our favour. But of course, perhaps the most hallowed and famous sport of the London Varsity Series, rugby. Now the women's side came up just short, but once again, a very impressive display. It just didn't happen for them on the day.
No, it really didn't, and in this one as well, the women got overrun, especially with speed. We just couldn't contain UCL on the wings in this one.
And finally, of course, the men's team overcoming UCL 13-10. Scott, what did you make of it?
This was a display with a lot of heart. UCL came out strong at the half and got their first try of the game to take the lead, and with only about 5 to 10 minutes left on the clock, Kings pushed down the field and got the try to take the lead and eventually win the game. A great atmosphere in that one.
Well, an exciting finish to a highly exciting varsity series. Of course, unfortunately, Kings failed to triumph. They were overcome by UCL 12-9, but we'll be back next year, won't we?
Yes, we will, and we did show a lot of potential. In the events that we lost this year, a lot of them were really close-fought events, so I think next year we stand a very good chance to beat UCL.
Definitely a Kings victory. Thank you for watching this KingsTV review of the London Varsity Series 2015.